What's happening, guys? What's up? So today, hold on, I'm just checking my side mirrors. So today, I am pulling a gooseneck trailer with the Chevy. Whoa, man, back off me. So anyway, I'm pulling a gooseneck trailer. So, see what had happened was, is this too dark? Let me see, is that too dark? I don't know. So I'm pulling a gooseneck trailer. So my boy Cliff, he owns Call the Screen Guys. Awesome freaking dude, awesome company, all that stuff. So you probably can't see it, but towing the gooseneck. He's got a 7x16 gooseneck trailer. He was awesome enough, and it's a dump trailer, awesome enough to let me use it. So what I had to do yesterday was go to this place called Cannons, and they do hitch work and all that. So they installed a gooseneck hitch. So it sucked, had to drop $700 on a gooseneck hitch. But I'm trying to be positive and go, hey, at least I have one here if I ever need it. So the thing is we can't dump mulch in the parking lot at this property because they have parking issues. And I don't want them being nervous about having mulch sitting there and them afraid we're not gonna get it down for the day. You know what I'm saying? And then just having issues like that. So went out and got a gooseneck hitch installed yesterday, picked the truck up this morning, came and picked up Cliff's trailer, and I'm headed to get mulch. So it's a matter of just doing what we got to do to get the job done. No, I can't, spend, $5,000–6,000 extra dollars to have somebody else spray the place in because the price all got jacked up. So I'm trying to stay as close to budget as possible, even though we're going to go over our budget on it. To get it done, but it just needs to get done, and I want to get through it, so they deserve for it to be done, and we got dealt a bad hand, and we're just trying to deal with it the best way we can. So the dump truck's going to be a couple weeks. I can't just sit here for a couple of weeks and not do any work. So I got the gooseneck hitch installed. We can now go pick up mulch and dump it, in spots as we're moving if we need to. We don't dump it. I mean dump the trailer itself, lift, or not dump it, but lift the trailer. So what we're doing on the dump truck is we lift the trailer, we scoop it out, because once you get like 6 feet back, we like to lift the trailer, dump it back towards the doors. That way it's just easier, it's really quick to fill up the wheelbarrows. So what we're going to do is try to be careful not to overload. I know I'm in a half-ton truck. It's got a 6-liter in it, 4-wheel drive, blah, 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 blah. It can handle a little bit extra, but I still got to be careful. Normally I would not overload a truck and drive. That's a really bad idea, but I'm going to today. I'm just going to be very careful. The only reason I'm going to try to get away with it is because the mulch yard and the property are about 4 miles away from one another. So I definitely wouldn't go drive, 10 miles down the street one way, several times overloaded. So it's really short drives back and forth. So I'm going to see if that works out okay. Hopefully it will. I've definitely overloaded trucks. A lot of us have. If and when I have had to do it, I try to be extremely careful, go very slow, plenty of room for braking, because that's really, I think from my experience, failed braking is definitely going to be something that happens before your rear end falling out, depending on what you're towing and how you're towing it and how far you're towing it. But I have seen some nightmares where braking has just failed because the load is just way too heavy, So I'm loading down with mulch. Mulch does get heavy, but it is shredded cypress mulch, so it's not as heavy as dirt or anything like that. The good thing is this had about 7 yards of dirt in here, and the truck pulled it pretty fine, and it was kind of wet. So y'all know how heavy 7 yards of wet dirt can be, and we dumped it. Now the trailer's empty, so I'm pretty confident that we can get away with at least putting 10 yards of mulch in here and towing 10 yards of mulch with this. But I'm gonna go, I'm gonna put 5 yards in it. I'm gonna see where the truck's sitting and just kind of go from there and gauge it. So we're gonna go get some mulch and then head to the site, homies. All right. All right, guys, so wanted to, because I'm sure you're curious, just like I was curious, how Squash did drop the back end. And man, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. So considering this is a 16-foot dump gooseneck trailer, and the truck already has a leveling kit on it, you know, which lifts the front end up already. And this is just not dropping as much as I thought it would. It's because it's a Chevy, y'all. But anyways, I really thought that that I would have a much more drastic drop on this thing, and I'm pretty impressed, man. This is pretty awesome. So it towed pretty nice. It's heavy on the braking, of course, because this is a lot of weight, but it did not destroy the Squash. It didn't drop it to the ground, you know. F-150 versus Chevy 1500. I'm just saying, listen, I'm just saying, I have towed with a 1500, and our F-150, our last F-150 dropped to the ground just with our trailers on it. So this is much heavier. This is awesome. So we've got about 10 yards of mulch in there, and I think we're gonna be good to go, man. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the you know, with the weight, with the weights dropping and all that. Still got to be careful because really only supposed to tow about 7,000 pounds with this. But I know that we're over that. But it's not too bad. Like I said, we're just gonna go slow. It's 3.1 miles down the street to pick this up. Do not try this at home, kids. 3.1 miles down the street, just going really slow, just taking it really easy. It's in an area where we can drive, you know, I didn't go over 40, so just kind of doing about 35, and just staying way behind everybody. It's more of an industrial area, so it's not tons of traffic. So I feel pretty confident about going forth and doing it this way. We're gonna get busy and drop this stuff, y'all. But again, here it is. It was Cannon Hitch. They're the ones that put this in. It goes, you know, it's got a cross member that goes underneath to the frame. Then they shave the bed lining out, and you know, they just drop it in there. All right, all right, all right. All right, guys, so we're out here for a second load. We got that done in about an hour, which is good. I'm happy with that time. It's also moving around a bunch of different places, so it's just a few of us out here today doing it, so I'm really happy with that. Again, man, thank you to my boy Call the Screen guys. If you guys are in Jacksonville or outside of Jacksonville area, Cliff and his company, they're just the ultimate guys when it comes to screen work, screen enclosures and all that. They do like paver work, you know, they do all kinds of stuff, man. These guys rock. So this is a really cool place. It's actually a dump for like trees and palms and everything. And they take all the trees and then they make their own mulch locally, which is very rare. It's very hard to find somebody that does mulch locally on their own. So it's really awesome that I found this place. I never knew it was here in 13 years. Another landscaper told me about it, so it's just awesome. So we just get a better deal on it and everything. So they grind it. They have a grinding machine over there. They have all these big conveyors. They dye it themselves. They do everything. It is pretty awesome. So he's gonna finish doing what he's doing over there, and he's gonna come over here and load us up on some more stuff. All right. So that's what he's doing. He's dumping it. Check that out. This is so cool, man. So I guess that's a dye machine. So they're over there. Oh, let me see if I can get that. They're down there grinding it all up. There's the big grinder right there, the big red deal spinning around. That's the grinder, and they're making piles, and that's just awesome. And then they come and dump it here. I guess what that is the dye machine. So it dyes it. Oh, this is so dope, man, that I'm catching this. So it dyes it right there and dumps it out right here. So they do brown, they do orange, and they do red. And actually they do black too. This is freaking awesome, man. This is so cool. So again, down there, they got the big old grinder, shoot it out, he dumps it in here, and then it dyes it and puts it out right there. Dump truck, the piston broke, so I'm borrowing this. My guys love it too.
they get into it, man. They like it. Yeah, we're only dumping about 10 or 11 yards in here. Actually it might be more than that because that holds 7 and that looks almost full. But whatever. This is awesome. Love this place. All right, time to go pay and get back to it. All right, guys, so they ended up putting a little bit more mulch in it this time. He said we're probably around the 13-yard mark. So I'm gonna show you guys where we're sitting. We are in a 16-foot gooseneck dump trailer, and we have about roughly 13 yards of mulch in there. And this is how the Chevy is sitting. I'm really impressed with it. It does have a 2-inch lift kit, a leveling kit on the front. So the back probably would be, or the front, it would probably be even more leveled out had I not put that on there, but I like leveling kits. So there you go. So again, here is the gooseneck. You know, they put a cross member underneath going frame to frame, of course. This goes through and bolts to that cross member. That way, if the trailer yanks up, you're not ripping, you know, the bed off of the truck. I have seen people bolt these directly to the beds, and I have seen what can happen. So we did it the right way. The battery's actually kind of dead on this, so I need to charge it. I just found an outlet, so we're going to charge that. But let me show you guys how much. Whoa! Let me show you how much mulch is in here. So as you can see, we have more mulch in here now than we did the last. More mulch in here now than we did the last go around. So there's about 13 in here now. This could probably hold, I'm going to guess, this would probably hold about 18 yards of mulch, probably, something like that. I need to do the math comfortably. So that's that. All right, y'all, so I am headed home. It is 4:30, it's 4:30, it's 4:30. So we are headed home. The guys did a really good job today. We all busted it out. It's too late in the day to go pick up more mulch and have them put more mulch down at 4:30. So we got 40 yards put down today, which is good. And you got to think that's us moving the trailer around a lot, you know, cleaning up some areas, you know, just doing some prep work. That was already done, but you know, leaf fall and all that stuff. Anyways, you know, whatever, doing our thing. So report on the Chevy 1500 towing the gooseneck 16-footer dump trailer. It did a phenomenal job. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you, little Chevy. I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. Such a good job. It did a really, really good job. Having a gooseneck, I was talking to Derek with Southern Style Lawn Care. Oh, Derek's an awesome dude. So I don't think this truck could have handled it if it was a you know, a bumper tongue. So if it was on the back of the truck, you know, trailer hitch style, it would not have worked. This thing would have been on its butt, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. I think so. But we probably, I don't know how much weight we carried. We carried 14 yards of red mulch. 14 yards of red mulch.
You have an incoming call.
Let me get this. Hey, babe. Hey, nothing. Can I call you back in 2 seconds and finish this video thing?
Yeah.
All right, bye. So Call ended. So we put 14 yards in there, 13 to 14 yards. The first one I was thinking 10, it wasn't 10. After going back there and talking to them in the office, they only charged us 10. The first one was closer to 13. The second one is 13 to 14. So almost 14. So that's why it looked like it was a little bit more. Whatever. So they hooked us up. They were cool. I did all the shoveling for the most part. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 40. Let's see, about 42 yards done today, which is really good. So in that 42 yards, you know, it's moving around building to building, you know what I'm saying, lifting it up, you know, scooting it towards the doors, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. So did a really good job. And I will say this, man, I am really impressed
with the Chevy. This is a 1500 4-wheel drive with the 6-liter, which makes a difference, absolutely. And this thing really didn't squat much at all. Obviously has a lot to do with having a gooseneck hitch put in the truck. I'm just so proud. I'm like a proud daddy, you know? I'm just like a proud daddy. My Chevy did so good. You did so good, baby. You did so good. So it did awesome. I would not recommend doing this all the time. I was only going about 3 miles down the street, 3.1 miles to be exacto. I'll have to give it to Chevy. And I'm just gonna, listen, I am gonna put this out there. If this would have been the F-150 I had, this thing would have thrown up. You know what I'm saying? It would have puked all over the floor. Be like, blah. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Anyways, the job's going, it's moving. We're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna do it Thursday. We're gonna get this knocked out. We've got 95 yards put down. We got 205 yards to go, but I think we're gonna knock down probably 50 yards tomorrow, probably 50 yards the next day. We're gonna get this done, y'all. We're gonna get it done. Thanks again to my boy Cliff for letting me borrow the trailer. And it was so cool, man. Let me know if you guys, I don't ask often, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you would like for me to ask that place if I could go there and do a video on how they shred the wood, how they make the mulch, how they shred it, make the mulch, how they dye it, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff, how all that works. It was really interesting. I had no idea that we had a local place here. All the time I've been here, I had no idea. No idea. It was another landscaper told me about it, trying to help me, you know, trying to shave off a couple bucks to try to help me out. And the stuff is quality. It's great. I had no idea. I've been wasting. Oh my God, man. Anyways, you live and learn, y'all. You live and learn. Y'all have a good week. The Laser Edge guys, I meant to get it on video. They were coming through Jacksonville, the self-sharpening blades. They stopped through for a minute. Thought it was really cool. I gave them my opinion. I told them that they need some high lift, you know, the double hump, high lift blades with some gator tips, stuff like that. They're taking that to the board. If you guys got any suggestions, leave a comment. I'll let them know. I love those things. Self-sharpening, baby, all the way. What else? Stay tuned. The guys from Kohler, Mike and Ryan, Kohler Guy 1920, Mike and Ryan are going to come to town tomorrow, and we're going to go live on YouTube Friday to talk about the Lawn and Landscape Society event. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to end this with thank you so much to everybody that is a part of the community, everybody that's a part of this event that we're putting on, and huge, massive, I can't even put in words the thank you to Skag for offering up the Skag V ride as the grand prize. You guys rock, man. You guys rock. I'm not gonna jump too much into it. Watch our live video Friday night, or check out Spencer's Lawn Care, Ambrose Landscaping, Plemons Lawn Care. Check all our channels out for all the details.